Boy, oh boy. It was like back some and it just like zoomed in, and that's not what I was looking for. Anyways, um, it's me, K Dub the Travelista. So I'm on my flight, sitting on my plane, my Aero Mexico flight to San Jose, Costa Rica. I'm about to leave Mexico City, so I just had to give a recap of my first day in Mexico City. First of all, this city is amazing. Like, you never hear anything positive about Mexico or Mexico City in particular, but it's a beautiful place. Um, there's so much history, so much culture. I just enjoyed myself. And I spent less than $200 US dollars. That's a win. Um, but I was able to take the tour, like a hop on, hop off bus tour. I went around the whole city one time and before I got back off. But then I got off at a shopping place where I don't even know what they call it, but people had tables set up. And so, of course, I bought some t-shirts. Only for me. I mean, selfish, but, I'll be back. I'm not carrying all of that stuff around. I just had to have those t-shirts that day. So, I'm going to get some souvenirs for some more folks when I come back. I'll be spending a whole day here on my way back. So, let's see, where do I want to start? Like, this experience has really made me want to study the Aztec culture more because there's so much. They kept talking about it and kept seeing monuments, and I'm like, there's so much that I know that I don't know that I want to know. So much beautiful architecture. At the same time, you see the Spanish influence of Spain, the colonial influence a lot here. And I don't like that, but that's the history. And as I look around this city, and like, I had just a beautiful experience, not one negative experience. And I'm like, Donald Trump really needs to bring his ass here and he can quit talking out the side of his neck and actually experience what it's like to be here so he can stop just talking crazy. Because if he gets here, he'll find out that this is a beautiful place. And now let me talk about my hotel. So I've been making a big deal about this because, like, I have never been able to stay in a hotel like this, the St. Regis Hotel, high luxury, part of the Marriott brand. And I loved it. It was just a beautiful experience. Like, I was running late to get here. I wanted to do the video at the hotel before I left, but I didn't have time, and it wasn't my fault. I don't take any responsibility for this myself. It was because of that damn bed and those pillows. I'm saying, I know they got healing properties. I mean, I felt like a whole new person after getting out that bed. I got up, I took a bath, like a hot bath. I just soaked and just sat there and relaxed. And then I got out of the tub and got back in the bed. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to get up at 6. Then I was like, okay, 6:15. Okay, 6:30 is when I actually ended up getting up. But I knew that was my last alarm that I had set. So I was like, I got to get up now or else I ain't getting up. I didn't want to miss my flight because I do want to get to Costa Rica. So anyways, like, laying in that bed, I mean, that's probably better than a Calgon take me away moment. Just saying. It was just so soft. I felt like I just melted away in that bed. I love a good bed, honey. And people were just so nice on the way out and just so helpful. Just excellent service all the way around. I did use the butler service because I was freezing. I set the room to 74 degrees, but for some reason I was still cold. And it's probably because it was like 45 degrees outside. And so I called for a blanket, and they came. It took them 10 minutes to get there. And by the time they got there, I was asleep already because that bed, it wasn't my fault. I just passed the hell out. I was knocked the hell out. So when I woke up, they called me to say, hey, the blanket's there. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. Woke up, came, got the door. And then I went back and just melted away in that bed again. I mean, everybody needs to experience that kind of bed and those pillows. So, as you probably saw in the pictures, if you saw my pictures on Facebook, like, the bathrobe didn't quite fit. It was close enough. But those bath towels, oh my God, they were huge. and just so absorbent. You ever get one of them little cheap towels and you like wipe it and wipe it and you feel like the water never come off your skin quite right? Now with those towels were amazing. The face towels were so thick and plush and I just loved it. And that they had an exfoliator that they get. Oh my God. I was like, I'm taking the exfoliator with me. I'm not one of those people who take towels. I don't steal towels from hotels and none of that stuff, but that exfoliator, I was like, they're not going to reuse this anyway. They better not be reusing those exfoliators. But it was amazing. And if they charge me if they do reuse those and they charge me for it, it's only well worth it. Because that exfoliator I needed to have. My skin feels so soft. I was like, I feel like it's exfoliated for life. It didn't take a whole lot to make me happy. Little things make me happy, and this is one of those things that made me happy. So, but that bed, I didn't even turn on the TV because I was like, I ain't even try to pretend. I'm not going to try to pretend I'm staying awake, number one, because once my head hit that pillow, I knew it was a wrap. It was a wrap. I slept so well. I woke up this morning like, I don't even need coffee. I had a coffee maker in my room. I didn't need coffee because I slept so well that I feel so energized and ready to just face the world. This has made my life. And like at the same time, I'm like, some folks live like this on a regular basis. Like I feel good that I was able to spend this money and like stay in this really nice hotel. But at the same time, some folks live like this all the time. So I just got to make that money so that this is my regular life. Matter of fact, some folks live in that hotel. They have the residences. Like I was in the hotel part, but they have the residences of the same hotel. So, I can't even imagine how much it costs to live there. But I'm on a mission to make the money so that I can live like this on a regular. But like at the same time, I'm still very thankful. I'm not satisfied, but I'm very thankful that I was able to have the money to make these types of trips because I remember when I couldn't. I remember when I worked for the airlines, but I was making $5.09 an hour, and so even though I could fly for $20 round trip, I couldn't afford a hotel room. I had been to New York 3 times before I ever spent the night there because every time I went there, it had to be a day trip because I didn't have the money for a hotel room. The first time I took my kids on an airplane was to Philadelphia, and we took a red eye that got there. We left at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, got there at 6 in the morning, stayed there the whole day, and then took an 8 p.m. flight back because I didn't have the money to get a hotel room so that we could stay in Philly. Like we were able to fly for free, but my hotel wasn't free. So, I've been there and done that. I remember me and Janice took a trip to the Bay Area for spring break. Actually, one time me, Deanna, and Janice went for spring break. We stayed in a little hole-in-the-wall hotel. We stayed there for one night because it was all I could afford. Then once I was teaching in Sacramento, Janice and I drove down to the Bay Area. We spent one night in a Motel 6. They had 2 security guards in the front. I was like, what's up with that? You had to sign in your guests and all kind of stuff. I was like, this doesn't feel safe. I was in Oakland. I was like, this does not feel safe. But I felt totally safe. I felt totally welcome. As soon as I stepped off the elevator the first time, they're like, Miss Washington. And I love it when people remember my name. And no telling how many guests they have. It's 20-something floors, I think. Maybe 30-something floors. I don't know. It's a really tall building. But probably even 50. I don't know. But I know they remember my name, and that made me feel special. So, everybody was great. The food was great. It didn't look good. Like, I took a picture of it, and I was like, this looked like a pile of doo-doo. It was the chicken, the pollo con mole. And I love mole. But normally, when I get mole in L.A., it just looks different. It's like a reddish brown. This was just like a chocolate brown. And it just did not look good. And they put 2 pieces of meat on top of each other, but that stuff tasted good. It looked like a big pile of doo-doo, but it tasted amazing. And sometimes my head does stuff to me when stuff look a certain way. I was like, I don't know if I can eat it, but I just had to change the way it looked before I could eat it. But it was good. And then for dessert, I had some little chocolate thing, cake type of thing with a banana in the middle, and it had a chocolate thing on top. If you saw my picture, it had the St. Regis label on top. That was chocolate. That was a piece of chocolate. It wasn't even like a piece of plastic. It was a piece of chocolate. When you get your logo on the chocolate, they had the logo on the toilet paper. They had the logo on the facial tissue. That's popping. That's real St. Regis pimping right there. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking now. I'm totally looking forward to Costa Rica, and I'll let y'all know how that goes.